Hi there, this is Bill with Smart Trades, Wednesday, December 9th, about 8:40 a.m. Pacific time. And first off, let's take a quick look at the Dow. And the Dow chart has been a little bit of a surprise lately to me, but still basically following the larger pattern that I've been looking for, in that it's still in what I believe to be a ascending wedge, which eventually will break down. That said, I think that the potential exists for a new high in the Dow and the S&P, and perhaps even the NASDAQ. But first, let's look at the Dow. And off of our resistance here, which held very nicely, we do have what I feel is probably an ABC decline. There's two almost equal legs down. A and C are approximately the same magnitude. And additionally, we've got a bullish breadth divergence. This is the advances on the NYSE, and you can see here it made a higher low today, while the Dow made a lower low on the hourly chart. And generally speaking, that favors a short-term bounce, which we're already getting to some extent. But if indeed this entire decline is corrective, we should probably see new highs, or at least a test of the resistance around 10,500. Again, I stated that before that we could get as high as the upper end of the channel, and that's up above 10,550 to 10,600, and that's certainly still a possibility, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's just examine this bounce and hopefully follow it in all its breakdowns as it goes up. At any rate, here's excuse me. First of all, let's take a look at the S&P. And again, we have that bullish divergence. We have approximate equal legs down, probably an ABC, to my way of thinking. And let's look at the daily chart quickly too. And if you connect the recent lows of the wedge, we are approaching the bottom of that wedge, and that should offer some support, at least temporarily. So I think the key thing to look for here is how this rally unfolds. Is it impulsive, and or is it corrective? And so far it appears to be impulsive to me, so I will look for a test of the top of the wedge, perhaps around 1120 basis the S&P. Okay, another supporting factor here, potentially anyway, is the dollar count. And unlike the S&P and the Dow, the relationship of the two rallies is more of a 1.618 ratio of C to A up, B down, and again 1.618 times A comes in right around the 76.60 level, which is very close to the high so far in the dollar. Additionally, we can count here in the dollar. Let's move this over just a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously 5. We may see one more new high on a very short-term basis. You can count here from the low at what I'm labeling 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly one more rally, as I say, to a moderate new high to complete that pattern. The next key thing is how the decline unfolds, if indeed we get one, obviously. But if the decline off of this high or the ensuing high is corrective, that would be an indication to me to that I'm wrong, and that this isn't an ABC but a series of 1-2s, and that we're going to take off to the upside. But for now, the short-term implications of the pattern are that the dollar is at least going to go down a bit, and let's watch it. And if the dollar goes down, the stock market's probably going to go up, as will gold. And let's, on that note, take a look at gold. Pardon me. Okay. Now we have the decline here in gold, and we had anticipated that there would be a bit of a corrective decline. And so far, the pattern, mirrors the dollar a bit in that it looks like an impulse down, 5 waves down. Could be that this is an irregular correction, A, B, C, and but hard to tell at this point. At any rate, it looks like there should be a bit of a bounce in gold short term, and perhaps we are bottoming out in a small wave 4. Again, I had looked for a rally back up to the top of this channel, and indeed, if my count is correct, this is the next rally is only going to be a 5 of 3. We'll still need one more pullback and one more rally, perhaps up into the 1200, 500 area, 1250 area, pardon me. Okay, and one more thing, let's take a look here at the crude oil. Crude oil is nudging through the bottom of its channel. However, I do believe that this decline is corrected as long as the 66 area basis, the continuous futures holds. I think we're still going to get one more rally. You can clearly see the overlapping choppy pattern here, and again that tends to favor at least one more rally to a moderate new high. However, the wedge is still intact, so I don't think we're going to see a lot of rally beyond the old highs, and perhaps that 84 to 85 area is our target for the crude. But again, you never know, so let's watch it. Let's watch the way it declines here, and it should start to bounce soon if we're going to go up for one more new high. And last but not least, let's look at the bonds. And the bond market, likewise, still holding its channel. Let's look at the weekly chart. Again, we have an ABC down for what I believe is A, and AB up, what I think will develop into an ABC, which will be B. This could be a very large triangle developing, but we'll have to wait and see. Targets for the bonds are up around 127, and then perhaps 129.5. But that's again a ways off. Let's first watch to make sure that it holds this the channel, which really is immediately below here, so it should start to rally soon if indeed this count is correct. That's about it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.